Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Coming back at you with another Ratchet video. Okay, this time something from Craftsman, and this is the 180 tooth Craftsman. There you can see it says 180T, 180 tooth. The model, these model numbers are kind of long compared to older Craftsman model numbers. This is CMMT82111, and then next to it, it looks like some more numbers and letters. Looks like to me it looks like a 2 and a C, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's part of the model number. It could be a code or something. Not sure what that is. But yeah, this is probably the Ratchet with the most teeth that I have. 180 teeth. Yeah, it's really, I don't know. It's starting to get into gimmick area when you going over 100 teeth. In my opinion, I don't know. Some people might really like these super teeth ratchets, but in my opinion, I think they compromise a little bit. When you're going into this many teeth, you have to compromise on the strength. I could be wrong, but hey, that's just my feeling. But before we jump into it and see what makes this tick, you can do me a favor and hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I'm trying to get more subscribers, but I don't know. It's free, so hit the button. Doesn't cost you anything, right? Okay, let's take a look inside. This has two screws here, torque screws. They're both 8T8 torque screws, so a little bit smaller than what would be universal. Then I would say a torque 10 would have been better. More people have torque 10s. Torque 8 is kind of going into like the specialty or the torque range that not as many people have. But here's a look at the handle. Has an interesting handle, kind of some cutouts here, cutouts there. Craftsman with some lines, model with some lines. I don't know. I kind of like this handle, tell you the truth. This comes in a kind of a darkish color, like a dark, like, probably can't tell on video, but it has like a gunmetal gray-ish tint to it, this chrome. Okay, let's open it up and see what we see. Has these screws, and they do have some Loctite or thread locker on them. And here's the other screw. It has some thread locker also. Okay. Get the plate. Okay, this is what the plate looks like. Not too thick. You can see there the thickness. Not too thick, but not super thin either. I wish it would have been a little bit more centered, these holes, because it kind of goes into the edge there where, I don't know, if you would over torque these, you would break the side there, kind of. It would be looks like it wouldn't be too hard. There doesn't look like much meat on that little corner there, on these little corners. This one looks a little bit better than that one. And it did come with a, see if there's something under this grease. No, it came pretty well lubricated with something looks like super lube, like a synthetic kind of clear grease. Don't know if I would use a grease in this. me personally, but it is what it is. I guess super lube is pretty, or a super lube type lubricant. It's for some reason it's recommended for all ratchets now, or I've seen it in a lot of ratchets. Okay, this is what we have, the gear, and no surprises pretty much here, that there's two paws, one in the front, one in the back. You can see there. Here's one paw. There's one of the plungers, and here's the paw in the back. Okay, let's look at the gear. You can see the line in the grease there. There's a line going down the middle. So that's how much space, that's how wide each paw is when it engages the gear here. Pretty thin, if you ask me, just one side of that paw engaging. And it's 180 teeth, so each paw, each paw is alternating back and forth, and this is a 90 tooth gear, but you get 180 positions because the paws are alternating. But you can see that 1/2 and 1/2 for each paw, and there's not a lot of space there that it's riding on those for being that many teeth, in my opinion. That's why I say I don't know if strength wise these are the best, but I'm not a meteorologist. What do you call that? No, I'm really speaking ignorant now. And let me get a tweezer so I can get this other plunger. I guess I was trying to say metallurgist, or I don't know too much about metallurgy, so who knows, maybe these are super strong paws or gears that can really take as much torque as a regular ratchet would. Okay, here's the switch. I don't see any what do you call, gaskets or any seals on the switch itself. It has the two holes there for the two plungers. The plungers are long on this one. I'll show you that in a second. Here is the broaching of the main compartment. Everything looks typical of Taiwan broaching. You know, they do a pretty good job, so it looks pretty good in there. There's like I said, you see the grease all in there. And here are the plungers. They are hollow with a spring in them, a pretty thin spring, but a little bit long. But really thin. If you put it down here, you see how thin it is next to all the other parts. And here's the plunger, which is pretty long. Maybe more than a quarter of an inch long. And it's hollow, so that goes in there. And the paws. The one in the front says 3B, and the one in the back says, on the back side, 3A, and you have to put them in like that. You have to put them in the B3 facing out and the 3A facing towards the back, and it kind of makes an enclosure like that. And that's where those plungers ride in there. And there's a wall on each side here. See how there's a closure on this side, a closure on that side. So it kind of, the two plungers are enclosed in that little pocket there. that they make when they're together. And these are the teeth. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I count 14, so about 14 teeth on each paw. Okay, and to get this back together, you just take your switch and drop that in. You take your plungers, put your plunger in the hole in the back. Then you take your other plunger, put that in the hole in the front. Like that. And just to check, let me see if there's any gaskets on the front of this. Or any O-rings. No. Wait a second. Let me grab a pick. No, there's no rubber here. Or in the back here. So it's not sealed. That's what I was trying to find out. There's no rubber sealing on this ratchet. Okay, now you take your paws, put them together, and one of them goes in the back. The 3A goes in the back and the 3B goes in the front, like that. Okay, this is probably the hardest part, is that you have to squeeze these down kind of all the way and then hold them there. And then try to get the gear in. But it's kind of hard because it seems like that back one is hard. Okay. It's hard to get over. The front one is easier. It's to get the gear over that back one, because you can't really hold that back one really, and it kind of sticks out a little bit. So you might have to try it a few times to get it to engage. But I don't know if you can see this, but this is how it looks like when it's ratcheting. See, the back one is kind of going in and out. One of them engages, the other one disengages. You can see it. See that little rocking back and forth. The front one and the back one. That's how they perform that magic trick of 180 teeth. Take your screws. Screw those back in, not super tight. Like I said, you don't want to strip it out. So decently tight is okay. You want to add a little bit thread locker. And there you go. Okay, let's see if it's ratcheting. Switch it back and forth. It's ratcheting. You can hear how it sounds. Another thing, this has a pretty tight back drag also. So there's that to contend with also if you buy this. Oh, and it has a quick release, if I didn't mention that. Quick release on the ball detent. So this sells, if you go to Lowe's or whatever, this sells for like 37 bucks, 38, 37, something like that. Would I have bought this if I had to pay $37? No, I wouldn't have bought this for $37. Like I said, would I buy this if I would have to, if I was looking for a heavy duty ratchet to do some heavy torquing and stuff like that? No, I probably wouldn't buy something with 180 teeth and 2 thin pawls. That's of engagement on a 90 tooth gear. So you guys, that's just my 2 cents on it. It might be a really good ratchet. I don't know. I haven't used it professionally or even around the house yet, but I don't know. Just to me seems this whole race to see how many teeth we can get in the ratchet just seems a little bit gimmicky. Alright guys, until next time.